Desert. Noun, usually in the plural, that which is deserved or merited, a just punishment or reward. Included. Verb, to bring into a group, class, set, or total as a new part or member. Carry. Noun, a manner of transporting or lifting something. The grip or position in which something is carried. Verb, to lift something and take it to another place. To transport something by lifting. Belong. Verb, to have its proper place. Minute. Noun, a unit of time equal to 60 seconds. 1/60th of an hour. Verb, of an event. To write in a memo or the minutes of a meeting. Cool. Noun, a moderate or refreshing state of cold. Moderate temperature of the air between hot and cold. Coolness. Adjective, having a slightly low temperature. Mildly or pleasantly cold. Announcements. Noun, an act of announcing, or giving notice. Baker. Noun, a person who bakes and sells bread, cakes and similar items. Armed. Verb, to take by the arm. To take up in one's arms. Verb, to supply with armor. Later especially. Weapons. Adjective, sometimes in combination. Equipped, especially with a weapon. Dates. Noun, the fruit of the date palm. Phoenix dactylifera, somewhat in the shape of an olive. Containing a soft, sweet pulp and enclosing a hard kernel. Noun, the addition to a writing, inscription, coin, etc., which specifies the time, especially the day, month, and year, when the writing or inscription was given. Executed, or made. Verb, to note the time or place of writing or executing. To express in an instrument the time of its execution. Folders. Noun, an organizer that papers are kept in. Usually with an index tab. To be stored as a single unit in a filing cabinet. Bags. Noun, a flexible container made of cloth, paper, plastic, etc. Verb, to put into a bag. Choice. Noun, an option, a decision, an opportunity to choose or select something. Adjective, especially good or preferred. Campaign. Noun, a series of operations undertaken to achieve a set goal. Verb, to take part in a campaign. Fine. Noun, fine champagne, French brandy. Verb, to make finer, purer, or cleaner. To purify or clarify. Adjective, senses referring to subjective quality. Adverb, expression of, typically, reluctant agreement. Expertise. Noun, great skill or knowledge in a particular field or hobby. Mobility. Noun, the ability to move, capacity for movement. Accident. Noun, an unexpected event with negative consequences occurring without the intention of the one suffering the consequences. Direction. Noun, a theoretical line, physically or mentally, followed from a point of origin or towards a destination. May be relative, e.g. up, left, outbound, dorsal, geographical, e.g. north, rotational, e.g. clockwise, or with respect to an object or location, e.g. toward Boston. Descriptions. Noun, a sketch or account of anything in words. A portraiture or representation in language. An enumeration of the essential qualities of a thing or species. Handler. Noun, one who handles something, especially manually, or someone. Lens. Noun, an object, usually made of glass, that focuses or defocuses the light that passes through it. Verb, to film, shoot, attract. Verb, to pull toward without touching. Leaving. Verb, to have a consequence or remnant. Verb, to give leave to, allow, permit, let, grant. Verb, to produce leaves or foliage. Verb, to raise, to levy. Abroad. Noun, countries or lands abroad. Adverb, beyond the bounds of a country. In foreign countries. Preposition, throughout, over, awful. Adjective, very bad. Adverb, awfully, dreadfully, terribly. Associate. Noun, a person united with another or others in an act, enterprise, or business. A partner. Verb, to join in or form a league, union, or association. Adjective, joined with another or others and having lower status. Epicenter. Noun, the point on the land or water surface directly above the focus, or hypocenter, of an earthquake. Verb, of an earthquake, to have its epicenter at a specified location. Boolean. Noun, a variable that can hold a single true, false, 1/0 value. Adjective, of or pertaining to the work of George Boole. Choice. Noun, an option, a decision, an opportunity to choose or select something. Adjective, especially good or preferred. Get over. Verb, to overcome. Maths. Noun, an abstract representational system used in the study of numbers, shapes, structure, change and the relationships between these concepts. Design. Noun, a specification of an object or process, referring to requirements to be satisfied and thus conditions to be met for them to solve a problem. Verb, to plan and carry out. A picture, work of art, construction, etc. Degree. Noun, a stage of proficiency or qualification in a course of study, now especially an award bestowed by a university or, in some countries, a college, as a certification of academic achievement. In the United States, can include secondary schools. Album. Noun, a book specially designed to keep photographs, stamps, or autographs. Media. Noun, the middle layer of the wall of a blood vessel or lymph vessel which is composed of connective and muscular tissue. Hang. Noun, the way in which something hangs. Verb, to be or remain suspended. Despite. Noun, disdain, contemptuous feelings, hatred. Verb, to vex, to annoy, to offend contemptuously. Preposition, in spite of, notwithstanding, regardless of. Adopted. Verb, to take by choice into relationship, a child, heir, friend, citizen, etc. Ambition. Noun, eager or inordinate desire for some object that confers distinction, as preferment, honor, superiority, political power, or literary fame. Desire to distinguish oneself from other people. Verb, to seek after ambitiously or eagerly. To covet. Historical. Noun, a historical romance. Adjective, of, concerning, or in accordance with recorded history, particularly, as opposed to legends, myths, and fictions. Apartments. Noun, a complete domicile occupying only part of a building, especially one for rent, a flat. Charlotte. Noun, a dessert consisting of sponge cake filled with fruit and cream or custard. Jumping. Verb, to propel oneself rapidly upward, downward and or in any horizontal direction such that momentum causes the body to become airborne. Noun, the act of performing a jump. Adjective, exuberantly active, in full swing. Fried. Adjective, cook by frying. Verb, a method of cooking food. Lost. Verb, to cause something to cease to be in one's possession or capability due to unfortunate or unknown circumstances, events or reasons. Adjective, having wandered from, or unable to find, the way. Crusty. Noun, a tramp or homeless young person with poor cleanliness. Adjective, having a crust, especially a thick one. Interjection, used to profess respect for a deceased person, or for something that has been lost. Noun, abbreviation. Folio, paper and book size. 10 inches -12.5 by 15 inches -20. Noun, that which is feminine. Metaphor. Noun, the use of a word or phrase to refer to something that it is not. invoking a direct similarity between the word or phrase used and the thing described. But in the case of English without the words like or as, since use of those words would imply a simile, the word or phrase used in this way, an implied comparison. Verb, to use a metaphor. Dangers. Noun, exposure to likely harm, peril. Verb, to claim liability. Arguing. Verb, to show grounds for concluding that, to indicate, imply. Noun, argument. Backache. Noun, any pain or ache in the back. National. Noun, a subject of a nation. Adjective, of or having to do with a nation. Deny. Verb, to disallow or reject. Develops. Verb, to change with a specific direction, progress. Coins. Noun, money. A piece of currency, usually metallic and in the shape of a disc, but sometimes polygonal, or with a hole in the middle. Verb, to make of a definite fineness, and convert into coins, as a mass of metal. Headmaster. Noun, a male school principal. Materials. Noun, matter which may be shaped or manipulated, particularly in making something. Verb, to form from matter, to materialize. Ballerina. Noun, a female ballet dancer. Lock. Noun, something used for fastening, which can only be opened with a key or combination. Verb, to become fastened in place. Dine. Noun, dinner time. Verb, to eat dinner or supper. Leader. Noun, any person that leads or directs. Laundry. Noun, a laundering, a washing. Audit. Noun, a judicial examination. Verb, to examine and adjust, e.g. an account. Blossom. Noun, a flower, especially one indicating that a fruit tree is fruiting. A mass of such flowers. Verb, to have, or open into. Blossoms. To bloom. Finals. Noun, a final examination. A test or examination given at the end of a term or class. The test that concludes a class. Handmade. Noun, an art or craft object made by hand. Adjective, manufactured by hand. Natural. Noun, a native inhabitant of a place, country, etc. Adjective, that exists and evolved within the confines of an ecosystem. Adverb, naturally, in a natural manner. Knife. Noun, a utensil or a tool designed for cutting, consisting of a flat piece of hard material, usually steel or other metal. The blade, usually sharpened on one edge, attached to a handle. The blade may be pointed for piercing. Verb, to cut with a knife. Danger. Noun, exposure to likely harm, peril. Verb, to claim liability. Feature. Noun, one's structure or makeup, form, shape, bodily proportions. Verb, to ascribe the greatest importance to something within a certain context. Howl. Noun, the protracted, mournful cry of a dog or a wolf, or other like sound. Verb, to utter a loud, protracted, mournful sound or cry, as dogs and wolves often do. Icy. Adjective, pertaining to, resembling, or abounding in ice, cold, frosty. Blender. Noun, a machine outfitted with sharp blades, for mashing, crushing or liquefying food ingredients. Indexing. Verb, to arrange an index for something, especially a long text. Noun, a system used to assign indexes. Loudly. Adverb, in a loud manner, at a high volume. Either. Adverb, after a negative. As well. Pronoun, one or other of two people or things. Conjunction, introduces the first of two, or occasionally more, options or possibilities. The second, or last, of which is introduced by, or. Happens. Verb, to occur or take place. Deduce. Verb, to reach a conclusion by applying rules of logic to given premises. Lane. Noun, used in street names, a road, street, or similar thoroughfare. Democratic. Adjective, pertaining to democracy, favoring democracy, or constructed upon the principle of government by the people. Hyphen. Noun, the symbol, typically used to join two or more words to form a compound term, or to indicate that a word has been split at the end of a line. Verb, to separate or punctuate with a hyphen. To hyphenate. Conjunction, used to emphasize the coordinating function usually indicated by the punctuation. Bug. Noun, an insect of the order Hemiptera. The true bugs. Verb, to annoy. Noun, a microfossil, particularly a foraminiferan. Assigned. Verb, to designate or set apart something for some purpose. Cubes. Noun, a regular polyhedron having 6 identical square faces. Verb, to raise to the third power. To determine the result of multiplying by itself twice. Noun, a cubicle, especially one of those found in offices. Handler. Noun, one who handles something, especially manually, or someone. Arrives. Verb, to reach, to get to a certain place. Conversation. Noun, expression and exchange of individual ideas through talking with other people. Also, a set instance or occasion of such talking. Verb, to engage in conversation. With. Cheered. Verb, to gladden, to make cheerful, often with up. Bro. Noun, brother, a male sibling. Lasted. Verb, to perform, carry out. Verb, to shape with a last. To fasten or fit to a last. To place smoothly on a last. Comes. Verb, to move from further away to nearer to. Counter. Noun, one who counts. First. Noun, the person or thing in the first position. Adjective, preceding all others of a series or kind. The ordinal of one. Earliest. Adverb, before anything else. Firstly. Given. Verb, detransitive, to move, shift. Provide something abstract or concrete to someone or something or somewhere. Noun, a condition that is assumed to be true without further evaluation. Adjective, already arranged. Preposition, considering, taking into account. Counted. Verb, to recite numbers in sequence. Decorate. Verb, to furnish with decorations. Flower. Noun, a colorful, conspicuous structure associated with angiosperms, frequently scented and attracting various insects, and which may or may not be used for sexual reproduction. Verb, to put forth blooms. Investment. Noun, the act of investing, or state of being invested. Noticed. Verb, to remark upon, to mention. Golfer. Noun, someone who plays golf. Cancer. Noun, a disease in which the cells of a tissue undergo uncontrolled, and often rapid, proliferation. Breadcrumbs. Noun, chiefly in the plural, a tiny piece of bread, either one that falls from bread as it is cut or eaten, or one made deliberately by crumbling bread. Verb, to sprinkle breadcrumbs onto food, normally before cooking. Irons. Noun, a common, inexpensive metal, silvery gray when untarnished, that rusts, is attracted by magnets, and is used in making steel. Verb, to pass an iron over clothing or some other item made of cloth, in order to remove creases. Noun, shackles. 90. Numeral, the cardinal number occurring after 89 and before 91. Represented in Roman numerals as XC and in Arabic numerals as 90. Hobbies. Noun, an activity that one enjoys doing in one's spare time. Noun, any of 4 species of small falcons in the genus Falco, especially Falco sabutio. Applauding. Verb, to express approval of something by clapping the hands. Noun, applause. Into. Preposition, to or towards the inside of. Adenoids. Noun, one of two folds of lymphatic tissue covered by ciliated epithelium. They are found in the roof and posterior wall of the nasopharynx at the back of the throat behind the uvula. They may obstruct normal breathing and make speech difficult when swollen, a condition often called adenitis. Ache. Noun. Continued dull pain, as distinguished from sudden twinges or spasmodic pain. Verb. To suffer pain, to be the source of, or be in, pain, especially continued dull pain, to be distressed. Cousins. Noun. The child of a person's uncle or aunt, a first cousin. Episode. Noun. An incident, action, or time period standing out by itself, but more or less connected with a complete series of events. Democrat. Noun. A supporter of democracy, an advocate of democratic politics. Originally as opposed to the aristocrats in revolutionary France. Freshly. Adverb. Recently, newly. Bee. Noun. A flying insect. Of the clade Anthophila within the Hymenopteran superfamily Apoidea. Beginners. Noun. Someone who is just starting at something, or has only recently started. Lower. Adjective. Situated close to, or even below, the ground or another normal reference plane. Not high or lofty. Adverb. Close to the ground. Verb. To let descend by its own weight. As something suspended. To let down. Highlighted. Verb. To make prominent. Emphasize. Address. Noun. Direction. Verb. To prepare oneself. Advertise. Verb. To give, especially public, notice of something, to announce publicly. Kindly. Adjective. Having a kind personality. Kind, warm-hearted, sympathetic. Characteristic. Noun. A distinguishing feature of a person or thing. Adjective. Being a distinguishing feature of a person or thing. Captivated. Verb. To attract and hold interest and attention of. Charm. Leak. Noun. A crack, crevice, fissure, or hole which admits water or other fluid, or lets it escape. Verb. To allow fluid or gas to pass through an opening that should be sealed. Adjective. Leaky. Exhaust. Noun. A system consisting of the parts of an engine through which burned gases or steam are discharged. See also exhaust system. Verb. To draw or let out wholly. To drain off completely. Adjective. Exhausted. Used up. Empty. Noun. Usually plural. A container, especially a bottle, whose contents have been used up. Leaving it empty. Verb. To make empty. To void. To remove the contents of. Adjective. Devoid of content. Containing nothing or nobody. Vacant. Detect. Verb. To discover or find by careful search, examination, or probing. Adjective. Detected. Loyal. Adjective. Having or demonstrating undivided and constant support for someone or something. Control. Noun. Influence or authority over something. Verb. To exercise influence over. To suggest or dictate the behavior of. Join. Noun. An intersection of piping or wiring. An interconnect. Verb. To connect or combine into one. To put together. Jar. Noun. An earthenware container, either with two or no handles, for holding oil, water, wine, etc., or used for burial. Verb. To preserve. Food. In a jar. Bin. Noun. A box, frame, crib, or enclosed place, used as a storage container. Verb. To dispose of something by putting it into a bin, or as if putting it into a bin. Gym. Noun. A sports facility specialized for lifting weights and exercise. Verb. To go to the gym. Noun. A large room or building for indoor sports. Noun. A sport involving the performance of sequences of movements requiring physical strength, flexibility, and kinesthetic awareness. Breakthrough. Noun. and advance through and past enemy lines. Adjective, characterized by major progress or overcoming some obstacle. Easygoing. Adjective, of a person, calm, relaxed, casual and informal. Began. Verb, to start, to initiate or take the first step into something. Chip. Noun, a small piece broken from a larger piece of solid material. Grounding. Verb, to connect, an electrical conductor or device to a ground. Noun, fundamental knowledge or background in a field or discipline. Care. Noun, grief, sorrow. Ambition. Noun, eager or inordinate desire for some object that confers distinction, as preferment, honor, superiority, political power, or literary fame. Desire to distinguish oneself from other people. Verb, to seek after ambitiously or eagerly. To covet. Expression. Noun, the action of expressing thoughts, ideas, feelings, etc. Massive. Noun, a homogeneous mass of rock, not layered and without an obvious crystal structure. Adjective, very large in size or extent. Looped. Verb, to form something into a loop. Adjective, having loops. Card. Noun, a playing card. Verb, to check IDs, especially against a minimum age requirement. Hat. Noun, a covering for the head, often in the approximate form of a cone or a cylinder closed at its top end, and sometimes having a brim and other decoration. Verb, to place a hat on. Launching. Verb, to throw, a projectile such as a lance, dart or ball. To hurl, to propel with force. Noun, the act by which something is launched. A launch. Beings. Noun, a living creature. Gardening. Verb, to grow plants in a garden. To create or maintain a garden. Noun, the process or action of cultivating the soil, particularly in a garden. The care of a garden. Horticulture. Includes. Noun, a piece of source code or other content that is dynamically retrieved for inclusion in another item. Verb, to bring into a group, class, set, or total as a new part or member. Finds. Noun, anything that is found, usually valuable, as objects on an archaeological site or a person with talent. Verb, to encounter or discover by accident. To happen upon. Commented. Verb, to remark. Gray. Noun, an achromatic color intermediate between black and white. Verb, to become gray. Adjective, having a color somewhere between white and black, as the ash of an ember. Nap. Noun, a short period of sleep, especially one during the day. Verb, to have a nap, to sleep for a short period of time, especially during the day. Interrupted. Verb, to disturb or halt, an ongoing process or action, or the person performing it, by interfering suddenly. Divide. Noun, a thing that divides. Verb, to split or separate something into two or more parts. Crunching. Verb, to crush something, especially food, with a noisy crackling sound. Noun, a crunch noise. Ethnic. Noun, an ethnic person, especially a foreigner or member of an immigrant community. Adjective, of or relating to a group of people having common racial, ancestral, national, religious or cultural origins. Breathtaking. Adjective, stunningly beautiful, amazing. Definition. Noun, a statement of the meaning of a word or word group or a sign or symbol. Dictionary definitions. However. Adverb, nevertheless, yet, still, in spite of, that. Conjunction, in whatever way or manner. County. Noun, the land ruled by a count or a countess. Adjective, characteristic of a county family, representative of the gentry or aristocracy of a county. Barks. Noun, the short, loud, explosive sound uttered by a dog, a fox, and some other animals. Verb, to make a short, loud, explosive noise with the vocal organs. Set of animals, especially dogs. Noun, the exterior covering of the trunk and branches of a tree. Verb, to strip the bark from. To peel. Noun, a small sailing vessel, e.g. a pinnace or a fishing smack. A rowing boat or barge. Action. Noun, something done so as to accomplish a purpose. Verb, to act on a request etc. in order to put it into effect. Interjection, demanding or signifying the start of something, usually an act or scene of a theatric performance. Chapter. Noun, authorship, one of the main sections into which the text of a book is divided. Verb, to divide into chapters. China. Noun, the plant Smilax china, a liana of much of Eastern Asia. Noun, a plant or flower of the repeat-blooming Chinese rose species Rosa chinensis. Noun, Hibiscus rosa sinensis, native to East Asia. Noun, chinaware, porcelain tableware. Noun, a small gastropod, Monetaria monita. Sin, Cypraea monita, common in the Indian Ocean. Its shell. Noun, a person other than a family member, spouse or lover whose company one enjoys and towards whom one feels affection. Noun, a fine clay, rich in kaolinite, used in ceramics, papermaking, etc. Noun, usually uncountable, a hard white translucent ceramic, originally made by firing kaolin, quartz, and feldspar at high temperatures but now also inclusive of similar artificial materials. Also often such a material as a symbol of the fragility, elegance, etc., traditionally associated with porcelain goods. Noun, small beads made from polished shells, especially white ones, formerly used as money and jewelry by certain Native American peoples. Librarian. Noun, the keeper, manager of a library. Make for. Verb, to set out to go, somewhere, to move towards. Coding. Verb, to write software programs. Verb, of a patient, to suffer a sudden medical emergency. A code blue, such as cardiac arrest. Noun, the process of encoding or decoding. Grant. Noun, the act of granting, a bestowing or conferring. Concession, allowance, permission. Verb, detransitive, to give, permission or wish. Human. Noun, a human being, whether man, woman or child. Verb, to behave as or become, or to cause to behave as or become. A human. Adjective, not comp, of or belonging to the species Homo sapiens or its closest relatives. Absorbent. Noun, anything which absorbs. Adjective, having the ability or tendency to absorb, able to soak up liquid easily. Absorptive. Jam. Noun, a sweet mixture of fruit boiled with sugar and allowed to congeal. Often spread on bread or toast or used in jam tarts. Verb, to get something stuck in a confined space. Markets. Noun, a gathering of people for the purchase and sale of merchandise at a set time. Often periodic. Verb, to make products or services available for sale and promote them. Happy. Noun, a happy event, thing, person, etc. Noun, preceded by the happy people as a group. Verb, often followed by up, to become happy, to brighten up, to cheer up. Adjective, having a feeling arising from a consciousness of well-being or of enjoyment. Enjoying good of any kind, such as comfort, peace, or tranquility. Blissful, contented, joyous. Millions. Noun, long and short scales. The cardinal number 1,000,000 to 106, 1,000,000. Clearly. Adverb, manner, in a clear manner. Dumped. Verb, to release, especially in large quantities and chaotic manner. Attic. Noun, the space, often unfinished and with sloped walls. directly below the roof in the uppermost part of a house or other building. Generally used for storage or habitation. Apple. Noun. A common, round fruit produced by the tree Malus domestica. Cultivated in temperate climates. Verb. To become apple-like. Blade. Noun. The sharp cutting edge of a knife, chisel, or other tool. A razor blade, sword. Verb. To skate on rollerblades. Noun. A kind of piton used in thin cracks. Drag. Noun. Resistance of the air, or some other fluid, to something moving through it. Verb. To pull along a surface or through a medium, sometimes with difficulty. Broken. Verb. To separate into two or more pieces. To fracture or crack, by a process that cannot easily be reversed for reassembly. Adjective. Fragmented. In separate pieces. Expressions. Noun. The action of expressing thoughts, ideas, feelings, etc. More. Adverb. To a greater degree or extent. Pronoun. A greater number or quantity. Of something. Defaults. Noun. The condition of failing to meet an obligation. Verb. To fail to meet an obligation. Appeared. Verb. To come or be in sight. To be in view. To become visible. Crazy. Noun. An insane or eccentric person. A crackpot. Adjective. Flawed or damaged. Unsound. Liable to break apart. Ramshackle. Adverb. Very. Extremely. Awe. Noun. A feeling of fear and reverence. Verb. To inspire fear and reverence in. Machine. Noun. A device that directs and controls energy, often in the form of movement or electricity, to produce a certain effect. Verb. To make by machinery. Main. Verb. Short for mainline. Adjective. Of chief or leading importance. Prime. Principal. Adverb. Exceedingly. Extremely. Greatly. Mightily. Very. Very much. Fancy. Noun. The imagination. Adjective. Decorative. Adverb. In a fancy manner. Fancily. Ethnic. Noun. An ethnic person, especially a foreigner or member of an immigrant community. Adjective. Of or relating to a group of people having common racial, ancestral, national, religious or cultural origins. Auto. Noun. An automobile. Verb. To travel by automobile. Adjective. Capable of operating without external control or intervention. Additives. Noun. A substance added to another substance or product to produce specific properties in the combined substance. Grammar. Noun. A system of rules and principles for speaking and writing a language. Verb. To discourse according to the rules of grammar. To use grammar. Living. Verb. To be alive. To have life. Noun. The state of being alive. Adjective. Having life. Debt. Noun. An action, state of mind, or object one has an obligation to perform for another, adopt toward another, or give to another. Mystery. Noun. Something secret or unexplainable, and unknown. Completion. Noun. The act or state of being or making something complete. Conclusion, accomplishment. Directions. Noun. A theoretical line, physically or mentally, followed from a point of origin or towards a destination. May be relative, e.g. up, left, outbound, dorsal, geographical, e.g. north, rotational, e.g. clockwise, or with respect to an object or location, e.g. toward Boston. Noun. Instructions for how to reach a destination or how to do something.